A very good evening, Team Zimbabwe. Masquerase. Welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. Let us continue to explore what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. And let us take a look on the recalls by Tafadzwa Manyika. The Minister of Justice, Ziyambi, said that Mudenda's job is to accept the letter from Tafadzwa Manyika, from Shavango, and then, without even following the necessary protocols, the speaker was supposed to actually accept and execute that letter. The same letter is come now with Tafadzwa Manyika. And Majara Jairus is saying Mudenda's job is to accept the letter from Tafadzwa Manyika, period. Everything else, ZANU-PF will have to follow the necessary channels. They can go to court if they want. As of now, the recalled ZANU-PF members of parliament have ceased to be MPs. According to the precedents set by Mudenda and team, this is real. Let us hear what the Minister of Justice said in his own words, not anybody's words, in his own words.
I think the speaker was very correct. He received the correspondence, their court judgments, which he followed the precedent set by the court to indicate that his job is to accept the letter and follow what the law says as regards a member who has been recalled by his particular party, and this is what has happened. And I think the speaker even went further to advise them to say, listen, I cannot get involved in your dispute. I can't be an arbiter. Go to court so that the court can assist you. But as for the speaker, he did what he was supposed to do, and that is what he did. So we believe that if they can solve their own internal issues,
So here a keyword from the Justice Minister. He clearly says there is a precedence from the court which says the role and duty of the speaker is not to authenticate, but to act on whatever letter which is on his table. So if there's a court case, a court order, which clearly says so, according to the Minister of Justice, it means this letter which is before Parliament is valid, and the MPs of ZANU-PF have ceased to be MPs. At this juncture, at this moment, 70 MPs from ZANU-PF have ceased to be MPs, which means Mudenda should simply execute and make a recall. He should simply execute the letter and make sure that these MPs are recalled. This is a wrong precedent set because of greediness, because of people who think that they have to manipulate systems each and every time. This is not the doing of the opposition. This is the doing of those who are actually doing this because they have created the wrong precedents. You will see someone achingobva kwabva otosvika otonyora tsamba ototi I am ningi and I have recalled A, B, C, D. Because of what they say, because of their irresponsibility. No matter how much you hate Triple C, no matter how much you disagree with Triple C, you must understand that these people were elected under the Triple C banner by the people. The people's will must prevail. Constitutionalism must prevail. Section 68 cannot be detached from this whole thing. People exercised their rights to participate. Voters exercised their rights to vote. They can't have their leaders being recalled by unknown people. It's wrong. Personally, I believe that the entire section which they are relying on to recall members of parliament is wrong. In Zimbabwe, MPs are not elected on the PR terms. Maybe for those who are on the PR terms, but for everybody who was elected directly by the electorate, personally or in person by the electorate, using his own name, they must not be recalled. People have their differences, but they must not recall MPs. This gives the MPs a freedom and independence to execute their duties in parliament without interference from political parties. I believe that if there is a party position, it's something which must be agreed upon to say, as a party, we are agreeing on a certain position. There are certain circumstances you cannot just recall people, like to say, if we fail to agree on ABCD, like Kilazivu was recalled for simply saying Chamisa na Mnangagwa, that was a genuine call from the people of Chiwi South, but he was recalled for that. So as it stands right now, this is a very, very, very grave test to the Speaker of Parliament, his sincerity, the sincerity of the whole government. That is the reason why President Nelson Chamisa is saying, stop whatever you are doing. Let us sit down and solve the political impasse which we have. He is calling for unconditional dialogue, but ZANU-PF is refusing. So, as it stands right now, if Jacob Mdenda fails to recall, I see that going forward, we are going to have chaos in the nation of Zimbabwe. And I don't know if ZANU-PF is going to win this battle, which they have started of recalls. It's a mess. It's a mess. We continue to watch and see. We continue to watch and see. Remember, Saibet Msengezi does have a matter which is not yet finalized, where he said Emmerson Mnangagwa took over ZANU-PF unconstitutionally. What if Saibet Msengezi wins that case? I said, what if? So it is what it is in Zimbabwe. We'll continue to watch and see how it is going to end. But this is a very, very dangerous precedent.